Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. This one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GTX 1066GB in Ghostwire Tokyo. This one is the MSI Gaming X version of the card. We're not overclocking it, as you can see right here. You can check out all of the GPU specs in Tech Power Up's GPU Z. And over on the left, we're pairing it today with a Ryzen 9 5900X and 32GB of RAM. Let's get right into it, shall we? And let's go for the settings. We're playing at the 1080p resolution using the high settings. There are not a ton of settings in this game, unfortunately, and we can actually utilize some ray tracing a little bit later in this video. I will do that. It's a terrible idea, by the way, but we'll do it anyways. Of course, we're going to test out some FSR and TSR, which are the upscalers in this game that the 1060 supports, and here we go. This is actually the minimum required GPU to run this game, believe it or not, which is very interesting because it can get close to 60 FPS on average at 1080p on high settings. Although, unfortunately, this game is a terrible optimization mess, and it just stutters all over the place, especially when you are below 60 frames per second. Like, yeah, this area is pretty intensive. You know what? It's not really dropping all that much, honestly, and it's not stuttering all that much, although it stutters a lot still. But it's nothing compared to, like, the GTX 1050 Ti, which was always below 60 FPS, or like the GT 1030 or RX 550 that I tested already in the channel. So yeah, this seems to be a playable-ish experience. It is not raining yet, by the way, so whenever it starts raining, it should probably stutter a little bit more. And as you can see, destroying these things always gets a stutter. I don't know what they did with this game. The only good thing about this, oh my god, look at that, 20s. Are you serious? Are you actually kidding me? What the hell? We went from we went from like 60 to 70 to below 30 in this area. It's because this is the most intensive area, at least that I've come across so far in 2 hours of gameplay. So yeah, it is gonna drop a lot in these vegetation areas, but there are not a ton of them in the game, and apparently it only drops really to concerning levels whenever you are looking at parks like this from above, so should be alright. Although that frame time graph sometimes is absolutely terrible. Look at that. Yeah, that's not good whatsoever. So let's stop it there and try it out at 1440p. I'm curious to see like the VRAM usage. Maybe it will stutter a little bit more because of the VRAM, or maybe because we are now into the 30s, which is absolutely terrible in this game. It would be playable, you know, if it wasn't for the frame time spikes all over the place. It would have been a playable experience. Even at 1440p, you could lock it to 30 frames and play it absolutely fine with the controller, for example, which they do recommend for this game. That's why I'm using it. Yeah, but unfortunately, the stutters are surreal, and just like all of the ghosts in this game, right? Maybe the afterlife is all full of stuttering issues, guys. I don't want to die. But yeah, it's not terrible in terms of averages, actually. You could play the game absolutely fine. Again, if it wasn't for the frame time spikes. What's happening? Am I getting hit? What the hell? Okay. What is happening? Oh, wait. The FOV also doesn't help, by the way, because it's extremely low. Alright, there we go. That guy was killing us, and we're being hit from there. What the heck is happening here? Can I jump? Oh, I can. Alright, you can do massive jumps in this one. Alright, hello. It's very difficult to aim as well, by the way. That's probably just me with controllers, honestly. Okay, let's hustle out of here. Why? Why do you want to go out? Okay, you know what? I want to get that hook onto that thing. Come on, come on. There we go. I'm so glad I didn't fall there. And I want to take a look at this entire thing from above. It's not really dropping all that much. Although it started raining, by the way. So, okay. You know what? It is okay. If they fix the stuttering issues eventually, the 1440p high settings experience is okay, actually. I didn't think I would say this, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's not completely awful. Maybe I'm just... Oh my god, wait a second. Oh, we're seeing pretty much the same issue as the 3060 Ti when I was playing this game with the ray tracing enabled and 1440p, I believe. Sometimes you get out of VRAM and it will stutter like hell and drop your FPS like crazy. Wow, okay, now it's fine though. It's weird. This is a weird game to benchmark, okay? Let's stop it there. Okay, we're back to 1080p in the same area, still on the high settings, and we're gonna play around with the upscaling technologies. So first of all, actually, let's take a look at this scene and see how much it differs from using the upscaling, of course. I'm gonna try out some FSR first on ultra quality. You shouldn't really go below ultra quality, by the way, because otherwise it starts looking pretty soft. Not too bad, honestly. Okay, at 1080p it makes things a little bit sharper, some of the things, and at the distance you can actually spot a bit of aliasing, and it's quite noticeable. Everything is blinking right now and it wasn't blinking before, but yeah, we went from like 58 FPS to 68, so we gained 10 frames per second there. That's not too bad. Unfortunately, the frame time graph is still pretty rough there. I don't like that too much. Now let's quickly compare it to the TSR here, which is the in-game upscaler. Ultra quality. Oh, it looks so much better. It still shimmers a little bit, and I can spot a bit of noise at the distance. It doesn't get as many FPS as FSR, but the detail is retained. Definitely, guys. Wow. It looks great, but the FPS improvement is only like 4 or 5 maximum here. At least you get an FPS improvement while keeping things pretty similar to native resolution, honestly. Let me just go back here and disable this, accept. Okay, so once again, 56. Alright, you can actually see, for example, in that little wire there, Ghostwire, that it's kind of disappearing and blinking a bit using the normal resolution, you know, like the native resolution, that's it. And once we enable TSR, it's there. TSR actually gives you more detail, I think, while giving you more FPS. That's really good. It's like DLSS, guys. Wow, the implementation is great in this game. It's such a shame that it stutters so much, by the way. Alright, buddy, how's it going? Not looking beautiful. It's hard to believe that these are high settings on a game that came out in 2022, right? Alright, let's go to this intensive area right here. Not too bad, still in the 60s. Okay. I gotta say, I am impressed here with TSR, honestly. Let's absorb more spirits, I guess. Maybe it's gonna be intensive. Nope, the effects are not intensive. Let's try this thing, because why not? And, yeah, alright, let's go up there, actually, and take a look at the entire garden. Not too bad. It's not really the same place as we were before. God damn it. I'm gonna try to get to a higher place, guys. I wish there was an FOV slider, but then again, I wish there were a lot of more settings in this game. Oh, there are those ghosts again. One down, another one down, and oh god, I missed terribly. Goodbye, dear ghost. And okay, up here it is more intensive. So the higher you go, the more FPS you're gonna lose, basically. In this direction, for example, 60s and then 30s over here. Yeah, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And considering that it does look better than native res, well, at least in some aspects, of course, I would say, yeah, definitely choose these settings if you're looking for the high settings experience. Now, what if you want more FPS? We can also utilize some FSR for that, and instead of getting like 60s, we're in the 70s now. Damn, it's actually kind of annoying, the sounds that those bird-looking things do. Okay, let's go up there. Yes. Thank you. Let's go even more up there. Take a look at... Gosh, can I please? Oh my. Okay, now it's dropping into the 30s. No matter what you do, I guess it's always gonna drop into the 30s if you're really high up and look at the garden or or something like that. Okay, walking around here. Yeah, without touching the settings, we went from like a 50-ish FPS experience to an 80 FPS experience on average, which is pretty impressive actually with these upscaling technologies. And FSR on ultra quality, although you can spot the less detail at the distance especially, it doesn't look bad whatsoever, guys. Jesus, there are a lot of enemies here in this area. Alright, let's get them. I wish they were creepier. I really wish. You know, this game could have been scary, but it's not really scary. It's just weird. Anyways, it's more of a chill game, I guess. As I say. Just gonna punch this gal. Silent Hill nurse or something. Yes, come on. Come on. Yeah, alright, we got this. Yeah, let me grab the monies. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Didn't really stutter all that much for it to be unplayable, you know. It's okay. You should still enjoy the game, I guess, like this. So let's set it to the medium settings. Also, I am using SSGI for medium because, well, it stands in the middle of the settings, you know. Yeah, let's do that. Texture streaming on medium. Everything turned off here. Okay, so native 1080p at medium settings. Is it worse? What? 40s? What the hell is happening here? Is SSGI more intensive, maybe? Let's disable that. Okay, yes, that's definitely it. It looks really bland without it, by the way. Let's go ahead and set it to SSAO, I guess. Yes, it's less intensive than SSGI. Why is SSGI the medium setting? I don't get it. Anyways, at medium settings, just walking around here, I can tell you that it is sort of similar. It doesn't drop into the 50s anymore, so that's good, but it still stutters like hell. The frame time graph is thick as heck, and it's not really that enjoyable like this. Let's just get the monies there. Whoa! Now that's interesting. That was interesting. Okay, I liked that. That little detail there. Yes. It's a little bit sinister and creepy, and now we're getting 50s once again, so it's so similar to high settings, guys. Both in the looks department and the FPS department in this game. So weird. I mean, the game setting is weird, the actual settings are weird, everything's pretty weird. Oh boy, you can actually move this prop around. Interesting. Alright, so 56 FPS, we were getting what, like 58? 55, I think, on high. Started raining now. It's exactly the same while raining, apparently. And now, let's finally go down to the lowest settings. Disable that, and that, and that. Set this to lowest, actually. Alright, low settings. Okay, finally we see like a 10 FPS improvement coming from medium, I guess. And by the way, if you use FSR on medium or low, again, and now it's closed. That's so interesting. Oh, what? I can still hear it, like, doing things while I'm not looking. Okay. See, they should add more interesting things like those in this game. Keep it a little bit more creepy, I guess. I can hear some children, actually. What the hell? But the children here are headless, so how can they talk, right? Looking at the entire garden once again, 30s. Even on low settings, it will drop to 30s. You know what? Maybe this is where the minimum requirements come from. After all, we're on low settings 1080p now, getting 30 FPS. So something slower than this would get 20s and lower 20s, and it would become horrible. Maybe they based it on this, or maybe they just are completely clueless. I wouldn't really be surprised by the latter. So AMD FSR on ultra quality is now applied. We gained about 8 frames per second here, not too bad. And on low settings, it will become a little bit smoother, still dropping into the 60s though. So it's not really that different. Oh my gosh, you can play some football with this. So interesting. It's a shame that nobody else is here and all of the spirits want to kill you. Actually, not all of them. Also, FSR looks pretty weird whenever it's raining. Like, you can see the ground there. It's so fuzzy and weird. And also, these cats are so weird as well. Anyways, the most adequate settings, I think, are ultra quality TSR at 1080p using high settings. And yeah, you're going to have a similar experience to medium settings anyways. And of course, these low settings, well, you should avoid them because they just look a little bit bland and it doesn't look good whatsoever, right? Now, there's only one last thing to do, my friends, and that's testing some ray tracing. Let's bump it up to high once again and enable some RT, shall we? Let's try some ray tracing on high. Alright, without any upscaling first, that's gonna be terrible. I'm betting like 10 FPS. It doesn't even load properly, it's just a black screen right now. Alright, we're here. And of course, I didn't forget to add the gorgeous motion blur here at these settings. Oh my god, 3? It gets down to 3 at times. Jesus, of course you shouldn't use ray tracing with 10 series GPUs. Even like the 1080 Ti will struggle a lot because it doesn't have dedicated RT cores. FSR ultra quality with ray tracing, I doubt it was gonna do anything, guys. Yeah, 7. Well, it almost doubled our FPS, so that's something. Oh man, oh wow, it is really terrible. As expected, I guess. I guess they just added ray tracing support in the 10 series so you can see how terrible they run, and so you can see that you need the 20 or the 30 series or an RTX card, basically. Yeah, look at those reflections there. They look terrible now at the performance FSR. But yeah, this is the best ray tracing experience that you're gonna get here in this one, at least on high settings, of course. Yeah. I'm not going to test lower ray tracing settings. There's just no point in playing with ray tracing with a 1060. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Tomorrow. Love you all. Bye-bye.